Welcome back to D&M Park as we get ready for this second of two games here for the Panthers and the Lions. Game one went to the Panthers. Haley, what do you think led to that victory?
So you really saw both teams off to a slow start in the first couple of innings, and then the Panthers started to pick things up on the offensive side and really pulled together their hits to get 5 runs across the board. First starting with only 3 runs and then getting 2 in the later innings, and it really helped to shut down the Lions. The Lions, on the other side of things, were off to a slow start throughout the beginning of the game, and then as you saw the innings go on, they just weren't getting lucky with their hits and really hitting them straight to people. However, they did end up scoring 2 runs in the final inning, and that put the game to as 5-2 with the Panthers getting the W.
Yeah, the Lions had a couple opportunities with multiple base runners. At one point, one person got caught trying to steal. And then Caitlin Miller just was doing a great job of getting some outs and getting out of tough situations. What do you think led to her success?
I think Miller did a great job varying her pitches inside and outside, elevating their heights, and keeping them guessing in the box so they weren't exactly sure what was coming next.
And as for the offensive side for Plymouth, who do you think stood out in that win?
Samantha Cushing really got those first 2 runs into scoring position. Again, she got another couple runs across the board with another hit later on in the game. So she stood out to me the most with her at-bats driving in runs on both occasions.
And as we get ready for the start of this game 2, the pitcher for the Panthers is going to be Kayla Matthew. What can you tell me about her game?
So Kayla Matthew has pitched 65 innings for the Panthers with 5 wins and an ERA of 3.62. She's had 3.84 strikeouts per 7 innings pitched, and Matthew isn't one who's going to blow you away with the amount of speed she has on the ball. Rather, her spin is what really brings her success, is each pitch has a lot of movement behind it that is going to throw the batters off. And
for the Lions here, their pitcher looks to be Edelston. And for her, she has 117.2 innings pitched on the season. She has an ERA of 2.92, so pretty good, a little bit better than Matthew on the other side. Do you think this is going to be a low-scoring affair early on like it was last game? Or do you think we're going to see a little bit more hitting?
I think we might see a little bit more hitting on the Lions' part. Maybe that last loss will help them get motivated to get a couple runs early on in this game. The Panthers had an excellent game hitting-wise, so they might just keep going and build off of that momentum from game 1.
As Matthew gets ready to lead off for the Lions for game 2 of this doubleheader. Matthew delivers for strike 1. Plymouth State did a really good job at getting ahead of the count in the last game, so they're going to be trying to do the same thing here in this one, as it is swung on and fouled. Make it 0-2 here.
The Panthers defense, we have Matthew in the circle, Nestor behind the plate catching, with Mel Goss at first base, Ashley Deo at second. On the hot corner is Katie Burke, and playing shortstop for the Panthers is Nora Butler. Left to right in the outfield, we have Lindsay Hall returning to left field, Deb Morrill taking over center field, and Hannah Seidner in right.
As ball 1 was taken there. 1-2. Outside, make it 2-2 here for the first at-bat of this second game. Again, the Panthers did take game 1 5-2. Swung on and in between shortstop and the center fielder. That'll be a lead-off single here. The lineup for Emerson here in this game 2 is going to be DeFranco leading off with Mary Kuskowski in second. She's up to bat right now. In third is Callista Leonardos again. Fourth is going to be Jones. And then fifth up for them will be Lindsay Lowe. And sixth is going to be Michaela Dix. I think this may be the exact same lineup as game 1 with Shafi, and seventh, Mitchell in ninth.
So just a pitching change for the Lions, it seems. You know, getting that lead runner on really puts them into a great spot to try and get that first run of the game.
And they were unsuccessful a number of times at getting a runner advanced and to score early on in that first game, so looking to change it here early on. Swung on and foul. Count is 1-2 here. Matthew delivers. Will be outside for the second ball.
Nestor does a great job tracking that one down, making sure it doesn't get behind.
That'll be barely hit and fouled. That'll be swung on and foul here. Staying in there.
You're already seeing a lot more action on the Lions side of things with the first two batters.
Two and two is the count. It'll be strike three. It'll be Matthew's first strikeout as Leonardos comes up to bat.
Now batting the catcher, number 20, Callista Leonardos.
It'll be low and inside for ball one. That'll be inside for a strike. Inside again there for ball two. Matthew having a little bit of a harder time early on finding the strike zone. Be ball 3 now. Count is 3-1 here. Swung on and fouled. It'll make it a full count here. One out here, one on for the Lions. Matthew gets set and delivers. That'll be ball 4. A little too low as Matthew gives up her first walk of the game here in the top of the first inning.
The Lions need to take advantage of this as they have a runner in scoring position with only 1 out and another runner trailing behind on first base.
Up to bat now is Jones.
Now batting the left fielder, number 15, Elena Jones.
In left field. Matthew delivers. It'll be a called strike.
We'll see if Matthew can find her groove here.
It'll be outside for ball 1. Matthew gets set and delivers. It'll be inside.
A great stop by Nestor so those runners don't advance. Matthew seems to be struggling a little bit early on in the game. Hopefully she can find her groove in the later innings.
Swung on and hit to the left field. That'll be caught though, and it'll be 2 outs here for the Lions. Coming up to bat now is number 12, Lindsay Lowe.
Now batting the second baseman, number 12, Lindsay Lowe.
It would be extremely beneficial on the Lions' part if they could get that runner on second to score to give them that momentum throughout the game.
At the very least, they'll want to advance both the runners, get 2 in scoring position, as the first pitch was a strike. Swung on and hit foul. That'll make it 0-2. As Lowe is down in the count early. Trying to close out the top of this first inning. Matthew delivers. Swung on and foul again.
This is where you may see Matthew throw one of her changeups, which is very good. It is something that throws a lot of batters off as the speed is unreal.
Swung on and hit to first, and that will put an end to this top of this first inning as the Lions leave 2 on, and we get ready for the bottom of the first.
At Plymouth State, you can choose a bold new way of learning. Our degree programs let you work across disciplines to take on an ever-changing employment landscape. Plymouth State University. See further up here.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me. think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
Getting set here for the bottom of inning number 1 of game 2 of this doubleheader. Panthers trying to get going here early, as Morrow will lead off for them. Followed up by Seidner and Deo to begin this inning. In the 4th spot will be Cushing. 5 will be Goss. 6 will be Hall. 7 will be Butler. 8 will be Nestor, and 9th will be Burke here for game 2 of this doubleheader. About to get underway.
Leading off for the Panthers, center fielder number 23, Deborah Morrow.
Edelston delivers. Strike number 1 here. There'll be a second called strike with the off-speed pitch. And Morrell's down early, 0-2. That'll be ball 1, a little outside.
Ump asked his partner if she went. She did not.
1-2 the count here. Swung, grounded to first, and easily collected for the first out. Checking in now up to bat is Hannah Seidner. She'll be in right field for this game 2.
Now batting the right fielder, number 4, Hannah Seidner.
First pitch strike for Edelston. Has been able to work some good off-speed pitches in here early. Swung on, be an infield fly ball for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 1st. Coming up to the plate now is number 34, Ashley Deo, one of the best hitters the Panthers have here.
Now batting the second baseman, number 34, Ashley Deo.
Be a little too high, calling the ball. Edelston delivers. A little too high again.
Edelston has that nasty changeup of hers, which will definitely work in the Lions' favor throughout the game if she can just keep coming back with that.
2-0 count here. Strike called. Make it 2-1. be a good pitch called strike here. Even up the count at 2-2.
The integration of that changeup is so important, as that is such a difference in speeds between her fastball. It can really throw batters off.
As Deo has a great hit right up the middle for a single here. And she'll be the first base runner for the Panthers in this second game.
Deo pulls that one a little bit up the middle as it was an outside pitch. A great execution on her part to get that single.
As Cushing comes up to bat.
Batting the designated player, number 54, Samantha Cushing.
Be a strike over the inside of the plate.
She paints that inside corner perfectly.
Wilston delivers. Swung on, looks to be a good hit right through the gap there, and that'll be extra bases as Deo's coming in to score. Will the pitch be in time? And now she's caught in between home plate and third, and it'll be an overthrow from the catcher, and Deo will score. That is be pretty easy for her, as she didn't have to make too many people miss on her way getting out of that pickle.
That was a great execution by both of those Panthers right there. Bruce Addison getting a little carried away there, sending Deo home. Luckily for her, it worked out in her favor as the catcher overthrew that, and Sam Cushing was able to advance to third base.
A runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Panthers getting that 1 run across early in the game yet again.
Lions will not want to go down by a couple scores here early. Another great pitch inside from Edelston.
You might see Edelston try and work her changeup into this at bat, especially if she gets a ball in here.
0-2 count. Edelston delivers. Swung on and hit foul.
A great way to fight that pitch off.
Edelston being so accurate with these inside pitches, very hard to know if it's going to be a ball. Swung on and foul again. Pitch looked a little outside, but you got to swing at everything close when you're down 0-2. Hit short to left field. That'll be caught to retire this inning as we get set for the top of inning number 2 on the LEC Network and Pemmy Baker TV.
This is Sarah. She's your typical Plymouth State student, and she's tired of the same old routine. Let's see if we can help. It's a hot day in September. Let's get Sarah down to the river. Our large variety of canoes, kayaks, and paddleboards will keep you high and dry, but no promises. Let's fast forward to October. Crisp bottom air, beautiful views. But where's Sarah now? Sarah's rock climbing, 15 minutes from campus at Rumney Rocks. But what about in February? Rock or ice, we've got you covered. Looks like Sarah has a busy weekend. PSU students, all we need is your signature. All of our gear is free for you to use. Stop by our offices or find us online at go.plymouth.edu/outdoor center. Plymouth State Outdoor Center. Adventure your way.
Welcome back to D&M Park for the top of inning number 2 in the second game of this doubleheader. Panthers are up 1-0, getting an early run there in the bottom of the first. As number 11, Tomich comes up to bat. Swung on and missed for a first pitch strike.
She seemed to be pretty ahead of that one, a little eager.
This is her first at bat of either of these games. Another swing and a miss, and she's down early 0-2.
I would definitely use a changeup in this at bat, as she seems to be eager swinging at both of those pitches.
Yeah, if she's ahead of a fastball, it'll be hard for her to slow down for the changeup. As she'll take ball one, a little too high. One and two count. Matthew delivers. Little inside there. Even the count up at 2-2.
Not too sure what was wrong with that pitch. It looked like it painted the corner a little bit on that one. Might have just been an off call.
And a third swing and a miss for the strikeout here. A couple of really good pitches. Don't want to interrupt you. What were you saying?
A second strikeout already in the game.
As Michaela Dix comes up to bat. This will be her first time seeing Matthew. First pitch strike.
You can see with their curveballs there, they're starting off right in the middle of the plate and ending up off the plate a little bit. That's a great pitch with a lot of spin on it.
A little too high there. Even up the count at 1-1. And swung on and missed for the second strike. The 1-2.
The bottom half of the order for the Lions seems to be struggling a little more than the top half.
It'll be swung on and fouled away. Count will remain 1-2. Another ball, a little too high. Even up the count at 2-2. Matthew delivers. Swung on to shallow right field and caught. That'll be out number 2 here for the Lions at the top of the second.
Now batting center fielder number 22, Mallory Shofie.
Up to bat now, number 22, Mallory Shofie. Swung on and fouled.
A good first cut by Shofie. Getting her timing down on that first pitch will be essential.
Swung on and hit to third base, just over the head of the shortstop there, and that'll be 1 on with 2 outs here in the top of the second.
Shofie did a great job adjusting her swing from that first swing she had at her at bat, really getting her timing down on that one, able to pull out the single.
Now batting the third baseman, number 2, Morgan Mitchell.
Now up to bat, number 2, Morgan Mitchell.
We'll see if they can do anything with 2 outs.
One on. First pitch was a called ball. Matthew winds up and delivers.
The runner takes off.
Should be called safe there. Good throw, though.
A great throw by Nestor. She had that ball there straight on.
And now with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs, Mitchell in a position to do some damage here early on.
Looks like the tag on that one was just a little too high on her leg, getting her foot in there to be safe.
Swung on and hit to shallow right field, and that'll be the 3rd out of the top of the 2nd here on Pemmy Baker TV and the LEC Network.
Fans, are you planning on visiting PSU and need a place to stay? If so, call the Fairfield Inn & Suites by Marriott at 603-536-0100 and ask about the PSU Friends and Family Discount. Located at 12 Ridgeview Lane in Plymouth, New Hampshire off Tenny Mountain Highway, find great rooms at great prices and enjoy your stay in the White Mountains. Call Fairfield Inn & Suites today.
Welcome back to D&M Park as we get set for the bottom of this 2nd inning. Leading off for the Panthers is Lindsay Hall. Be swung on and fouled.
A great swing on that one.
Edelson delivers for a called strike. Hall down early here, 0-2.
Gets tricky getting deep in the count against a pitcher like this because you know you're going to start seeing the changeup and have to try and fight that off as well as the fastballs coming at you.
Be a little too high for ball 1 here, 1-2. It'll be swung on in foul territory and not able to be caught. Count will remain 1-2 here. Swung on, and that'll be caught in the infield for out number 1.
Shortstop does a great job taking charge on that play, making sure that everyone knows that she has that, and there's no miscommunication throughout the infield.
Coming up to bat now is number 13, Nora Butler. She's playing shortstop here in game 2.
Nora Butler is one of PSU's leaders Offensively, she has a .345 average with 19 hits and a .364 slugging.
And that'll be ball one, very inside there. Be a called strike one there. As she takes her time to collect herself before this next pitch. Be a little bit outside for ball two. 2-1 count, sorry. Right over the inside part of the plate, that'll be strike two there. 2-2 is the count.
Looked like she had some great movement on that inside pitch. Didn't really look like it was going to land inside the strike zone.
He swung on and fouled. Count will remain 2-2 here. Nora Butler doing a good job at battling, staying in this one.
Watch out for the junk pitch here.
That'll be ball three, a little high and outside there, as that makes it a full count.
Chris, are you okay if I take 5 minutes? I've got to help the women's soccer team do something. Thanks, man. I'll bring some stuff over.
Edelston delivers. Swung on and fouled.
Great effort by Bruce Addison, making sure that one doesn't get to the outfield.
Count still 2-2. 3-2, my bad, sorry. Having some fun here, making a couple mistakes in the booth. As
pitcher does a great job painting that corner on that last pitch to get that strikeout looking.
And that'll be out number 2 here. As number 7, Kayla Nestor, comes up to the plate. She is the catcher here in game 2. Swung on and hit foul deep down the left field line.
Sees that one early and has a great approach to that inside pitch. Just a little too early, taking it foul. We'll see if Nestor can straighten it out here.
Nestor taking a big swing there for strike 2.
Looks like the changeup fooled her a little bit as she swung very early for that one.
As that one almost hits her. It'll be the first ball.
Has to do a bit of a dance move there to try and get out of the way.
Edelston delivers, and it's swung on and fouled into the almost the dugout of the Panthers. Count is 1-2 here. As Nestor's trying to get someone on base for the Panthers. That one will be outside and a little too high make the count 2-2.
It's really tough being behind in the count as a batter against Edelston, as she does integrate a lot of junk pitches into her rhythm.
Edelston delivers. And it's swung on a hit down the left field line and fair. That is a great hit as she rounds second and will stay there. That'll be a double, and immediately a Panther is in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That is a great hit there by Nestor.
That really is a great hit by Nestor, as that was an off speed and she stayed with it, waited on it a little bit, and took it to left field.
And if the Panthers start being able to time those off-speed pitches, it might be a long day for Edelston. As Katie Burke is up to the plate.
Baseman, number 20, Katie Burke.
She's the third baseman here for game number 2. Again, if you didn't get to watch game number 1, the Panthers did take that one 5-2. First pitch a little high and outside, ball 1.
Katie Burke coming in as a strong freshman for the Panthers to have. She's one of those batters that you're pretty sure she's going to make contact almost every at-bat.
It'll be a called strike there, 1-1. Edelston trying to get out of this inning without giving up a run. A little high and outside again, that'll be ball 2. Counts 2-1 now. Burke doing a really good job at seeing where the ball is going, not swinging any of these outside pitches. It'll be ball 3. 3-1 is the count now. One runner on second base. 2 outs for the Panthers. And that's ball 4. Now the Panthers have 2 runners on at first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. As number 23, Deb Moore will come up to bat. This will be her second time up to bat here in game 2.
Morrow's a great person to have up to bat, especially with runners in scoring position, as she's somebody who will put the ball into play and get those runners to score.
First pitch right on the outside of the plate there, called strike. Swung on by Morrill to shallow left field and caught. That it will retire the side as we get ready for the top of inning number 3 on the LEC Network and Pemmy Baker TV.
Plymouth is a great place to work because of the people. I feel really supported by the people that I work for and work with.
There is a real sense of community here.
It's very family friendly, it's very student oriented. I love how much we love our students.
Get to interact with hundreds of students every day, some of the best and brightest in New England.
This has been a fantastic place to work, and I would love to continue teaching here.
It's one of the most beautiful places in the world, and you don't get quite an experience like this at other institutions.
Living at the foothills of the White Mountains has a wealth of opportunity at our fingertips.
Every day is a new challenge. It keeps it interesting.
Welcome back to D&M Park as we get underway with the top of the 3rd inning here of game 2 of this doubleheader. Set up to bat in this inning for the Lions is 1, 2, and 3. Leading off is DeFranco. She is at first base here for game 2. Score still 1-0, Panther lead. Lions are going to try their best to not be swept here. Swung on by DeFranco and fouled.
Katie Burke ends up in the Lions' dugout trying to get that one.
Gotta love the effort there. Matthew delivers. It'll be swung on and fouled. It was a good hit, though, by DeFranco. Count will be 0-2 now. It's getting pretty chilly here as we get into game 2.
Definitely a drop in temperature.
That is good vision there as DeFranco leaves that for ball 1. Count is 1-2 here.
Both umpires in both games seem to have similar zones, which works in both teams' favor as they're...
And that'll be swung on and hit to center field, but that'll be caught for out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd.
Deb does a great job tracking that one down behind her to make that first out.
Now batting designated player number 3,
Especially being a lefty, that's something you really don't see often.
Now up to bat is number 3, Mary Kuskowski. Will be swung on and hit right over the shortstop's head for a single here. Good piece of hitting there by Kuskowski as Leonardos is about to come up to bat. She is the best big hitter here that the Lions have.
Now batting the catcher, number 20, Callista Leonardos.
7 home runs on the season for her. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd for the Lions. That'll be a good first pitch strike there from Matthew.
I think this may be the inning for the Lions as they're seeing Matthew for a second time throughout their lineup, and already first batters were making some good connection with the ball there.
Matthew delivers. Will be strike 2 there. Leonardos is down early 0-2. That'll be ball 1 here, 1-2. Matthew trying to get the second out of this inning. Matthew delivers. Swung on and hit deep left field, but caught. And that'll be the second out of this inning. A good hit, solid contact, just not enough there from Leonardos. But again, that's another batter for the Lions getting solid contact.
They just need to start finding the gaps here, as right now they're really just hitting them straight to people, and once they start finding the gaps, you're going to see a lot of success in their favor.
as number 15 comes up to bat. That is Elena Jones, as she just took the first pitch ball. She'll swing on that and foul it. That'll even up the count at 1-1 here. 2 outs, 1 on for the Lions, top of the third. And despite this drop in temperature, the Lions dugout has lost no energy, as that'll be a called strike, 1-2 now. Matthew delivers. Will be inside though for ball 2, 2-2 count. Oh, 3 balls, 1 strike, my bad. So it's 3-1. And that'll be a called ball 4.
Not sure where that one was missing. It looked to me like it could have been called for a strike.
Yeah, Matthew probably not too happy about that one, but it's on to the next one. And number 12, Lindsay Lowe, up to bat. She's playing second base here. 2 on, 1 runner in scoring position here for the Lions with 2 outs in the top of the third. That'll be a called ball. Matthew trying to get out of a tough situation here. And if the Lions aren't able to score here, that'll just be more of the same from the first game, as they had multiple times they had 2 runners on or runners in scoring position. They were unable to get any runs till the last inning of that game.
If the Lions are able to pull across 1 run here, you may see them spark up something.
And the Panthers pitcher in Game 1, Miller, was so good in these positions. It's interesting to see if Matthew can do the same. He swung and hit down the left field line, but foul. Great hit, though. Great contact. Just a little too far to the left.
We'll see if Lowe here can make the adjustment to put that into fair play and potentially get that runner to score.
Yeah, there has been a number of times where the Lions just barely hit it foul. Matthew delivers. Swung on and hit right to the shortstop. She'll throw it quickly onto first, and that will retire the side here as we get ready for the bottom of the third on the LEC Network and Pemmy Baker TV.
Softball wraps up their regular season this Saturday, April 27th, for a LEC doubleheader against Eastern Connecticut State on Senior Day. First pitch for Game 1 is at 1 p.m. with Game 2 following at 3 p.m. Catch all the action starting at 12:30 with the New Hampshire Air National Guard pregame show here on the LAC Network and Pemmy Baker TV.
Welcome back to D&M Park as we get set for the bottom of the third inning here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Plymouth State still leads 1-0, although the Lions did look like they maybe were about to tie it up. Matthew was able to get out of that inning. Up to bat first here for the Panthers is Hannah Seidner. Following her will be Ashley Deo and Sam Cushing.
The good part of the Panthers order that leads them to a lot of hits.
Edelston delivers. A little too far inside for ball one. Swung on a hit to the shortstop, trying to beat that out, but she will be unable to. That'll be the first out of the bottom of this third inning.
Looks like Seidner couldn't wait too long in that one, pulling it to shortstop, even though it's an outside pitch.
Up to bat now is the star hitter of this Panther softball team, Ashley Deo. Deo came into this doubleheader with a .400 batting average as she looks at strike one here. A pretty similar start to Game 2 as we saw in Game 1 with not a lot of scoring. As Deo hits it to center field, that'll be double bases here. Nope, she'll go to 3. That'll be a triple for Ashley Deo if she's safe, and she is. That is a great piece of hitting from her.
Ashley Deo attacks that outside pitch, taking it to center field deep in order to get that triple.
And now with one out and a runner on third, number 54, Samantha Cushing comes up to bat. Edelston delivers. Be a little too inside there for ball one. Did a really good job early locating that inside pitch. Having a little bit of a tougher time here in the bottom of the third inning. As Cushing looks at another ball here. 2-0 count. Panthers looking to bring in that runner on third base. Cushing swings on it and will ground out to the shortstop, but that will be an RBI as Deo comes in to score, and the score will now be 2-0 Panthers.
Mel Goss up to the plate. Hopefully we can get another play going.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 24.
Sorry, I had a brain fart.
It happens to us all. Goss will swing at the first pitch for a foul. Mel Goss looking to do her best to further this lead for the Panthers. Edelston delivers. Goss will swing on that to deep right field, but it will be caught for the third out of the bottom of this third inning as we get ready for the top of the fourth here on Hemi Baker TV and the LEC Network.
For the love of the game, but for those of us who are Division III student athletes, It's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
You can make a difference.
Welcome back to D&M Park as we get set for the top of this fourth inning here.
Looks like Bruce Addison is talking to the umpire, making some changes. And Lauren Archambault is out to second base, relieving Ashley Deo, who was recently playing there.
Tomich up to bat first for this Lion team here.
Now playing second base, number 19, Lauren Archambault. Leading off the Lions, shortstop number 1, Michaela Dix.
That'll be a first pitch ball, a little too inside there.
Matthew seems to have found her groove after the first couple of innings, struggling a little bit there.
As Tomich hits it on the ground, but she will ground out here for the first out of this fourth inning.
Nora Butler was quick to get that and throw across the diamond to get that first out.
Up to bat now, number 1, Michaela Dix. One out here. Score is still 2-0 for the Panthers. As Matthew delivers a strike. Matthew getting set to deliver. It's a good strike number 2 here, as Dix is down in the count early 0-2. Another possible strikeout here for Matthew. And she'll just barely foul that away as it ran up inside on her. Count still 0-2. Matthew delivers. A little too high there. Ball 1. 1-2 here. As that is the second ball.
An excellent block by Nestor. She was setting up for that outside pitch, and it failed to move outside, coming in across the inside portion of the plate.
2-2 the count here. 1 away. No on for the Lions. She takes a swing at that one, but it'll be a foul ball. Count will remain 2-2 here. Matthew delivers. Swung on and hit to shallow right field. And it'll be caught there for out number 2 in the top of this 4th inning.
Seidner making her way over there to get right under it to get that out.
Now batting the center fielder, number 22.
Now batting, number 22, Mallory Shofi, playing center field. Lions unable to get anything going early in this game. It'll be swung on, and it'll be fair. Just barely not being able to get that as the Panther defense there. Looked to be maybe a little bit of a miscommunication.
Lauren Archambault chasing after that one, ending up rolling on the ground after that. Looked like she tripped a little on her feet after that one.
Up to bat now, Morgan Mitchell, with 1 runner on and 2 out in the top of the 4th inning. Lions trying to generate some offense here as she grounds out to the shortstop, and that will retire the side here. Getting ready for the bottom of the 4th on the LEC Network and Pemmy Baker TV.
Interested in advertising your business during PSU athletic events? Want to reach over 85,000 online and in-person viewers of Panther sports? Then call us at 603-535-2779 to become a Plymouth State Athletics corporate sponsor today. Great packages or individual options available. Call 603-535-2779 today.
There will be a pitching change here for Emerson, number 18, it looks like, in the game. Caitlin Torlin Casey is who it'll be. Leading off this inning for the Panthers is going to be Lindsay Hall. Following her would be Nora Butler and Kayla Nestor.
The Panthers looking to get a couple more runs across that board to give them a bigger lead.
And with an early pitching change, it'll be interesting to see how these Panther batters adjust to a new pitcher in there.
Definitely interesting, as they seem to just be finding their groove with Edelston. Now they're going to have to try and figure this pitcher out early.
Leading off for the Panthers, left fielder number 16, Lindsay Hall.
Torlin Cassie delivers her first pitch.
Looks to be a curveball. Pretty good spin on that one.
It'll be a called ball. Another called ball there.
Looks like there's definitely a speed change between her and Edelston. However, same amount of spin on the ball. She has great movement.
It'll be pretty inside, almost connecting with Hall there. Torlin Cassie taking a little bit of time to adjust to this, as she'll walk her first batter, not throwing a single strike, not what she wanted to do to start off her outing here.
Might just have to get comfortable with the umpire's zone, finding what he likes for those strike calls.
Up to bat now is Nora Butler, shortstop in here. 1 on. Be a called strike. No outs here for the Panthers as they lead the Lions 2-0 in game 2 of this doubleheader.
Might see a bunt here from Nora Butler.
Plymouth State successful a couple times earlier in the first game with bunts. As that'll be hit fair and gathered for the first out, but she does advance the runner here to scoring position, as Hall is now on second base. Be one away here in the bottom of the fourth.
Nestor 1 for 1 on the day. We'll see if she can hopefully score Hall from second.
She swings and hits a shallow blooper that'll be fair, and she'll get a single out of that as Hall moves on to third base. And this Panther team looking to add some more runs onto this lead.
Great execution by Nestor, getting on that first pitch. Seeing as though this is a new pitcher from what she faced her previous at-bat, she did great adjusting to it.
Madison Harris, the freshman, up to bat now. Trying to make an impact in her first year here with the Panthers.
Now batting the third baseman, number 20, Katie Burke.
Katie Burke, up to bat, my bad. Read numbers wrong.
Coach Bruce Addison called to play into action.
As that is hit, looks to be a ground out here for Burke. And one runner will move up. They'll have two in scoring position here with two away as Burke grounded out.
We'll see if Morrill can get these 2 runs across the board before the inning ends with 2 outs.
Another great opportunity here for the Panthers to tack on to their lead. That'll be a strike on the outside of the plate there. Good pitch for Torlin Cassie. It'll be swung on and hit. It'll be another hit, and a couple runners will score, as that is a double there for Morrill.
Great piece of hitting by Morrill, finding that gap between left and center, scoring both of those runners with 2 outs already.
And that'll extend the Panther lead to 4-0 here, as they have been dominating the offensive side of the 2 of these games.
Now batting the right fielder, number 4, Hannah Seidner.
Lions will be frustrated giving up 2 runs with 2 outs. It'll be ball 1. One runner still in scoring position.
And a bit of an awkward throw back to the pitcher from the catcher. Looked like she held on to that one for a little too long.
That'll be a called ball. 2-0 count here, as the Panthers are looking to tack on even more to their lead with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be swung on and caught, and then thrown on to first base. And that'll retire the side in the bottom of this 4th inning as we get ready for the top of the 5th on the LEC Network and Pemmy Baker TV.
Climbing the corporate ladder has changed. Many employers today expect to see an MBA on your resume, online or on campus. A Plymouth State MBA opens doors to companies here and around the world.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
As we get set for the top of this 5th inning here at D&M Park, the Panthers are leading the Lions 4-0 as they tacked on 2 runs late with 2 outs in that 4th inning.
Nia Colby will take over the shortstop position for Nora Butler.
First baseman number 7, Marissa DeFranco.
As DeFranco leads off for the Lions again. Matthew delivers. It's swung on and caught for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 away. That is the ideal way to do it.
She pulled that one. It was coming across the outside corner of the plate, pulls it all the way to first base.
Up to bat now is Kuskowski, the designated hitter here for the Lions. As that is swung on and miss for a first pitch strike.
Looked like that was Kayla Matthews' changeup right there, swinging ahead by far.
Matthews had good command here throughout this game.
Seeing that reaction from that batter, I'm wondering if you'll see a lot more changeups integrated to this at-bat.
As she gets in there for ball 1, 1-1 count. Matthew delivers. Swung on. It'll be an infield fly ball. It'll be caught for out number 2.
Those can definitely be a bit tricky as both Matthew and Goss were calling that at the same time. Luckily, Matthew was able to hear Goss and stop from going after that ball.
Leonardo's now up to the plate. All of these Lions batters have struggled early on here. Not really threatening the Panthers too much. As Matthew delivers a ball inside.
Yeah, the Lions seem to be having a little bit of an off day offensively. Their defense has been pretty sharp. You know, Panthers just hitting balls into their gap, but nothing offensively today.
Yeah, early on the Lions had a couple of good hits as Leonardos gets almost a single, but that will retire the side here in the top of the 5th on Hemi Baker TV in the LEC network.
Baseball finally returns to newly named Parrish Field for a non-conference game against New England College tomorrow, Thursday, April 25th. First pitch is at 3:30 p.m. with the New Hampshire Air National Guard pregame show at 3 p.m. right here on the LEC Network and Pammy Baker TV.
As we get set for the bottom of this 5th inning, Panthers leading 4-0 here at D&M Park. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Panthers took Game 1, 5-2. Sitting in a similar position here.
Leading off the Panthers, second baseman number 19, Lauren Archambault.
A great walk-up song for Lauren Archambault. Big Time Rush, a throwback.
That'll be a first pitch ball there from Torlin Cassie.
Lauren Archambault is definitely big time here for the Panthers as she plays a great second baseman.
That'll be ball 2 here, 2-0.
Looks like this catcher might be having some arm issues as she keeps throwing the ball back to the pitcher a little wild.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a mix-up there early last inning, and now a couple weird instances here. That'll be strike 1, 2-1 the count. So Archambault will hit it down right field line, and it will be foul here. That'll even up the count at 2-2.
Needs to be ready for this off-speed pitch.
And she'll strike out looking. And that will be the first out here at the bottom of this 5th inning. As up to the plate now for the Panthers is Samantha Cushing.
Now batting the designated player number 54, Samantha Cushing.
She is the designated player for this game 2. And that'll be, oh, sorry, what were you saying?
First pitch being a little low. It looks like she's having trouble with her elevation for these pitches.
There's a called strike there, 1-1 the count. And another strange throw from the catcher.
You know, she did play the first game. I'm wondering if her arm is starting to bug her later on in this second game. And another strange throw almost going into the outfield.
Count now 2-1. The as Cushing hits it to shallow left field, and another great catch from a left fielder of Emerson, as it was a similar diving catch in the first game. That'll be the second out of this 5th inning.
A great effort by the Lions left fielder, really charging in on that one and laying flat out to get that out and secure it.
And that is the second diving catch Elena Jones had today, so she is locked in there at left field. Up to bat now is Mel Goss. Be ball 1, a little outside. As the catcher continues to have some problems. Goss swings on that. A little bit of a error there from the third baseman. And Mel Goss will reach first base. Or from the third baseman, sorry.
Looks like it went off the third baseman's shoe there, sending it almost into center field on that one.
An unfortunate mistake there by the Lions.
Coaches seem to be unfazed by that.
Up to bat now is Lindsay Hall, who in the previous inning had a great hit. Hit a double there.
Yeah, Lindsay Hall is having a great day for herself. Getting a couple hits in the first game and one already in this game.
As she takes ball 1.
Now, Mel Goss better watch these throws back to the pitcher as she may be able to advance a base.
And if they want to steal, it doesn't look like this catcher is going to be able to reach second base anyways, so it'll be interesting to see the strategy here from the Panthers.
Yeah, that is definitely something head coach Bruce Addison should take into consideration, as they might be able to even get an extra base off of a steal.
And they do try to steal, and it will be a mix-up there by the shortstop, and another error will let Mel Goss advance.
Looks like Mel Goss was trying to do a delayed steal there. She left a little bit early, but was still successful in getting there on time.
With a runner in scoring position and 2 outs in the bottom of this 5th inning.
I would definitely continue to try and test this catcher's
As all
arm.
hits it to right field, and that will retire the side here as we get ready for the top of the 6th here on the LEC Network and Pemmy Baker TV.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
Diving in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's going to become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
Back here at the top of the 6th inning, Panthers leading the Lions 4-0. Here at D&M Park. Panthers won game 1 of this doubleheader 5-2 and look to be on their way to a sweep with a 4-0 lead here. Up to bat first for the Lions is Elena Jones. She is the one who made a great diving catch in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And in the first game as well. She seems to be a very good defensive player for the Lions.
As Matthew delivers. It'll be ball 1 as she's able to hold on that swing.
The ump asked the field ump if she did hold, as it was a ball.
Matthew delivers. A little bit of hesitation there from Elena Jones for a called strike. 1-1 count.
It's getting late in the game. Hopefully the Lions can string together some hits and get some runs across the board. They've only got 2 runs across the board for the day so far.
There's a called ball 2. Jones trying to get this Lion offense going. She hits it to shallow center field, and a bit of an error there, and she'll reach first. It'll be called a hit. Up to bat now, number 12, Lindsay Lowe for the Lions with 1 on base and no outs here in the top of the 6th. And she'll hit it to center field here. Looks to be an easy catch though, and that'll be 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
Morrill getting under that ball immediately, ready to make that throw to first, decides better not to.
Up to bat now, Maddie Tomich. Trying to advance the runner at first here with 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
Great pitch by Matthew. Again, her balls just have so much movement on them.
Matthew delivers. A swing and a miss there from Tomic.
Looks like Tomic took her head off of that one a little bit.
And now she's down early, 0-2. 2 good pitches from Matthew. And she'll leave that one alone for ball 1. 1-2 count. Trying to climb out of this 4-0 deficit is the Lions here. With a swing to right field, and that'll be out number 2 here in the top of the 6th.
You see the Panthers outfield ready to make that throw into the infield to get that additional out.
Coming up to the plate now is Michaela Dix.
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Michaela Dix.
It'll be a swing, a great swing down the left field line. That'll advance the runner to scoring position as Dix has a single with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
Dix seeing that inside pitch early, getting her hands out in front of that ball, taking it to left field. That was a great piece of hitting on her part.
Up now is Mallory Shofie, attempting to drive in a couple runs here and help the Lions climb back into this game. Matthew had already found herself in one of these situations earlier in this game as Shofie hits it to right field, and it will be caught to retire the side. And as we get ready for the bottom of the 6th inning here on Pemmy Baker TV and the LEC Network.
Be sure to follow Plymouth State Athletics all season long on social media. Find us on Facebook at PSU Athletics and Twitter and Instagram at PSU Panthers. Be sure to support your Panthers on social media today.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the 6th inning here at D&M Park. Panthers with a pretty good lead here at 4-0. Leading off for them is shortstop number 5, Colby.
You know, I said it last time, but I'll say it again. That is a great walk-up song.
No change at catcher, it looks like, despite the troubles in the earlier innings. Swing, it looks to be a ground out, and that's what it will be for the first out of the bottom of this 6th inning.
Kayla Nestor now up to bat, 2 for 2 on the day. We'll see if she can go 3 for 3. Looks like she's had some great hacks up to bat.
Now batting the catcher number 7, Kayla Nestor.
She's been great in this game and also throughout the entire day been awesome at catcher. That strike will make it 1-1 here.
Shrugs off that strike.
Swing right up to the pitcher, and a little bit of a bobble will leave her a single. As 1 on for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 6th with 1 away.
Nestor stays hot today.
With Katie Burke set to be up now.
Now batting the third baseman, number 20.
Her walk-up song being Slim Shady. Said she was referred to in high school as Slim Katie.
It's a great nickname.
It truly is.
First pitch ball here. Swing and a miss there from Katie Burke. Even up the count at 1-1. And one of the benefits of having a former player in the booth is getting those kind of insights. As she will swing to the third baseman, and that will be the second out of this 6th inning here.
Runner in scoring position as Deb Morrow gets up for the 4th time today. Well, at this game.
A lot of action Morrow has seen in these 2 games.
Now batting the center fielder, number 23.
2 out in the bottom of the 6th inning with 1 runner in scoring position. Be a bunt as she tries to reach first, and she will. A great bunt there from Morrill as she advances the runner to third base now.
You know, Morrill's one of those players that will read the defense, see where they're playing, and adjust to that. Seeing that they're playing back a little, expecting her to hit, she lays down a beautiful bunt, and she has the wheels to get there and beat that out.
Hannah Seidner up now for the Panthers with 2 on. 1st and 3rd.
Now batting the right fielder, number 4, Hannah Seidner.
Torlin Cassie delivers. Strike 1 called. Another iffy throw, and that will let a runner score. And that'll make it 5-0 as another questionable throw from this catcher leads to a score for the Panthers.
Nestor executed that perfectly, seeing that ball leaving that catcher's hand early, heading towards the ground. She went for that right away.
Yeah, they must have been expecting that, as the catcher had, as we said before, a couple iffy throws in the inning before this. It'll be a good swing through the gap there as a runner will score, and that will be a double for Seidner as she's called safe. Another great inning here for the Panthers as they extend their lead again to 6-0.
Center fielder tries to do a do-or-die play on that one, getting it in early. However, it took a rough hop, and she wasn't able to get that clean off the ground.
Now batting the second baseman, number 19, Lauren Archambault.
Archambault up to bat now. The first pitch ball there. As these Plymouth State Panthers taking even larger leads as they are not respecting the arm of this catcher for the Lions.
The Panthers are really doing wonders in their final at-bats.
As Archambault grounds out to end the bottom of the 6th inning as we get ready for the top of the 7th here on Pemmy Baker TV and the LEC Network.
being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Gear up today for the next big home game at PantherLockerRoom.com. Find great apparel, collectibles, and so much more. Find everything you need for your Panther Nation fan and your family. Visit Panther Locker Room today.
As we get set here at D&M Park for the top of the 7th inning and potentially the last half inning here if the Lions are unable to put 6 on the board.
Looks like Matthew might finish strong today for the Panthers, which is something you really don't see often, as she seems to get pulled a little early in games.
Up to bat first here for Emerson is number 12, Lindsay Lowe. See a first pitch strike there from Matthew. Matthew delivers. Swing and a miss there from Morgan Mitchell.
And you see that ball traveling right from the middle of the plate and breaking across it to end up on the outside corner. That is a great curveball.
That'll be ball 1 here. 1-2 count for Morgan Mitchell. Matthew delivers. Swing to left field, and it will be caught. That will be the first out of the top of the 7th inning, and the Lions now have 2 outs to work with here, trying to get back into this game.
Hall elegantly got that one. Looked like she had total confidence in herself as she went for that.
Up to bat now is DeFranco for the Lions here. Good pitch called a strike here. Ball 1 call.
Not too sure where that was missing.
Matthew does seem unfazed.
Matthew is one of those pitchers who rarely ever gets upset about calls or outs.
As that is called a strike at almost an identical location. Count now 1-2. Oh, no, it was called a ball. 2-1. A good swing will hit it to shallow left field as she is on with a single.
DeFranco finding that gap between third and shortstop.
Mary Kuzkowski up to bat now with 1 on and 1 out for the Lions here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting the designated player, number 3, Mary Kuzkowski.
Panthers looking to turn 2 here.
I think that would be the first, oh no, that would be the second double play of either of these games. Swing and a ball hit foul.
You see Nestor and Goss fighting over the ball as it returns to the field.
Matthew delivers.
Great stop by Nestor, making sure that runner can't advance.
After that ball, to be a 1-1 count here. The Lions needing 6 runs if they'd like to keep this game going here in the top of the 7th. That'll be a tricky infield single with a lot of spin on that ball, keeping it from going foul. And that will advance the runner to second base and is now in scoring position with Calista Leonardos up to bat.
And that is what we like to call a swunt. A swing bunt.
Number 20, Calista Leonardos.
This will be the 3rd time in this game the Lions have had 2 on. Matthew able to get out of both of those situations.
Let's see if they can do some damage here.
And that'll be foul here as they let it roll out. Smart play there by the Panthers. Matthew set to deliver. It'll be a strike.
A great changeup on that one.
Leonardo's down now. 0-2 count. It'll be ball 1. 1-2 count now. 2 on for the Lions. 1 out. Trying to get back into this one. It'll be swung on and fouled. Count remains 1-2. That'll hit Leonardo's there. And now 3 on with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. If the Lions are getting back into it, they're doing the best they can with 3 on.
I'll be interested to see if the Panthers keep up their strong defense and shut this down before runs can score.
Jones now up to the plate, trying to hit in at least a couple runners here to try to get the Lions back into this one.
Again, Matthew seems unfazed and completely ready to get this next batter.
It's swung down the left field line and caught. Another strong play by a left fielder in this game as a runner will score.
Lindsay Hall does a great job tracking that ball down as it was hit far behind her, then does an even better job getting that ball in quickly, careful to make sure that the runner on second cannot advance.
That score will make it 6-1 here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 2 on for the Lions, 1 in scoring position at second. As number 12, Lindsay Lowe, is up to bat. Good first pitch strike. That is hit hard and foul. Low down now, 0-2. Down to their last out, and final strike here are the Lions.
Good job holding back on that one.
The ball will make it a 1-2 count here. A good swing to center field, and that will end the game. The Panthers will sweep the Lions here, winning the first game 5-2 and the second 6-1. Haley, what do you think was the difference here?
I think you just saw the Panthers making the adjustments needed offensively in order to get their runs across and get those runs to really make a difference early on in the game. While on the Lions side of things, they just really couldn't find those gaps in either game. They were hitting them straight to people, or they just weren't stringing those hits together to get those runs across.
Yeah, and both pitchers for the Panthers going the distance, Caitlin Miller in the first game, and then Matthew in the second. Don't forget on Saturday, I believe, it will be senior day for the Panthers against Eastern Connecticut. Please tune into that. Thank you for joining us here for this doubleheader for Plymouth softball here. I am Eric Spalding, and joined today was Haley Birch. Thank you. Signing off on the LEC Network and Pemmy Baker TV.